Welcome back to the channel, brothers and sisters. This video is titled my own ghost story of the Banshee. And I have had that. There's just warning signs. Just thought I would show. This will be a bit lighter at this bit, which will be, yeah, it's way lighter. See, it's still light. That's how dark these woodlands can get. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to walk down here and talk about now it gets dark. I'm going to talk about my personal experience with the Banshee. Now the Banshee, it wasn't just me that can say this story. A friend, so to get a context of the story, it's where I've got a wee vlog video, and it was in I actually do touch up on it in that video, that this is the woodland. I briefly touch on it because it's I'll never forget it. They're just random benches in random areas. I do apologise it's just I want to talk about this and about the Banshee, because I've still got a bit of woodland to go through, and I've sensed that there's sort of like there's something else there. As much as there's druid energy, there's also something. Yep. I can already sense it, because I've mentioned it, and I can't mention it again. I can't vocalise it again. So this one, pay attention to anything behind me. There's a reason for that, because what's the way I'm going to be doing this is it will never come to the front, always comes from behind, or you'll hear off in the distance. So the band, I can't say it nearly. Anyway, yeah, that was a weird one, because we were at that Roman, well, they call it an ice house, but I'm going to call it for what it is. It's also a well as well at the same time. It goes way back to the Roman time, because there's also like Roman ruins underneath that's a Sistine chapel, well, Sistine monks. Well, they also date back to the Romans and beyond as well. So there is that, got to bear that in mind. It's when there's sort of connected to druids as well. They sort of like they used to keep tabs of the druids and stuff. So one of the owners of that New Battle Abbey house, like one of the first families, well, the wife of the person that owned it kept on seeing and kept on hearing screams coming from the woods, because that was before there was any houses nearby. I should walk like that because I had just seen something walk up through the woodland up there. It won't surprise me if something happens in this video. So the lady heard screams and also seen someone walk. Well, there's a video where I've already came across it, and I've also seen it in neighbourhoods as well. So it gets to about this time of night, just maybe a wee bit darker, because you can still see me. It's just there's not a lot of, because the canopy doesn't allow for it. But I want to get the context of speaking about this Banshee encounter, because it's the exact same place and encounter that's been the very first report of that got recorded in the woods. Because it was the lady that, well, she's the lady that goes out with the lantern. She'll show you where she encountered the screaming lady, and basically you don't follow in the Battle Abbey woods. You don't follow the lady with the lantern, because I've also had it here as well, up in a woodland, where the two separate sets of wood, completely separate areas. So I've had an encounter with the lantern lady here and in this woodland, hence why I'm talking about some on the outskirts. And then there's also the woodland further up, halfway up towards Ravenswood. I like calling it Ravenswood. I've had a couple of people say, "Oh, you can't keep calling that." Aye, I can. Aye, I can, and I am. But there's another Ravenswood. I'm trying to, because there is actually two wild ravens that have been up there, and they're still there. Just they're doing what they're doing at this time of year, hunting, because it gets to the time of year where food gets scarce. Part of me wants to walk a wee bit this way. Aye, let's go for it. There's no point in facing the camera forward because you're not going to see anything anyway. I can see, but it's just in case anything happens, because you just never know. Now we can try and change the view of it. Yeah.